it's Kelly and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing part 2 of my book haul. Yes, I said part 2 because last month I did a book haul and I was waiting, I should say, for all my books to arrive, but it was taking too long. So I did part 1 of my book haul in January, and these books, along with some others that I may or may not have sneaked in, purchased, along the way, have arrived. And yeah, we got a lot to go through, guys. It's about 30 something books here. So without wasting much time, let's just jump right into it. The first book that I have here is from one of my favorite editions, guys. The Barnes, as you guys know, I have an obsession with the Barnes and Noble's classics and the Barnes and Noble's signature classics editions. I absolutely love them. I find, especially the signature classics, I find them to be absolutely gorgeous. It's a triple threat when you come to the signature classics, Barnes and Noble signature classics, because you get gorgeous covers. I love the covers. I find they're sleek, minimalistic, just beautiful. The price point is unparalleled. It speaks to my pocket. Let's just say that it's just fine. And then when it comes to things like the font size, and for me, I get just the story. All the other fluff is out, I'm edited out, which is great for me, because in the Barnes and Noble's classic edition, they give you all the the heavy notes and stuff, and I get it, because the Barnes and Noble's classic is geared towards more students. Barnes and Noble's signature classics is more for just your reading enjoyment. So you just want the story, and of course you want it to look good on your shelf. So I have a couple of the signature classics that I pick up. The first one I picked up here was The Scarlet Letter by Nathaniel Hawthorne. Guys, look at this cover. It's just absolutely gorgeous. She's acting up again. I don't even want to call her name. Anywho's, it's gorgeous, guys. Look at it. Just imagine this on your shelf. And oh, this is another thing I love about it. They give you just like one quote in the back, which again speaks to me. I don't want to know too much. For me, I don't want to know about too much about the book. In these the classics, they give you a whole heap of a mess. If you go to read the back, if you go to read the introductions and stuff like that, you get so much information. Sometimes they spoil the book for you. So this is one of the things I love about the signature classic, that you literally you can go in blind. Yes, they have what the book is about on the inside leaf here. That is it's just so beautiful, guys. You guys, if you're not collecting the signature classics, come on, get on the bandwagon. They're absolutely gorgeous. All right, next one. The next one I picked up in the signature classics is Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen. I'm collecting all Jane Austen's works, guys. I want each and every single one of them in this particular edition. Again, it's just gorgeous. It's just gorgeous, guys. I love it. I love it. I love it. Inside here, if you want to know about the story, you can. But yeah, for me, who love to go into my stories blind, you just have one quote in the back, which is, "I have no notion of loving people by halves. It is not my nature." That's all I need to know. Okay, Jane. I see what you mean by that. Yeah. So I just I can't wait to jump into Jane Austen's work. All right. I'm trying to stack them up here, hoping that it won't fall. Anywho's, the next signature classic I have read one book from this author, which is Beyond Good and Evil by Friedrich Nietzsche. I wanted to pick up Thus Spoke Zarathustra So I did. They had it in the Signature Classic. Guys, look at this. Look at it. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's so, so beautiful. All right. Who says, reading can be enjoyable and aesthetically pleasing? Come on. Come on. I'm reading. Don't bother me. Okay, I absolutely love, I can't stop gushing about the Signature Classics, guy. I have, this shelf has like about 8 of them. I have like about 8 of them on my shelf, and I'm, like I say, I'm slowly collecting them. And I think with this, it's not that they do have a wide selection, but I am only collecting the ones that I want to read. So I have seen a lot there, but I have no interest in some of the books that they have there. And I'm not buying any books that I'm not interested in. It must be a book that I'm interested in. This definitely, this particular book from Nietzsche, I definitely want to read because, well, hell, this is the book that has the iconic statement, God is dead and we killed him. So I can't wait to get to this book. And this is a book that is very high on my TBR. The next book I have here is from Edgar Allan Poe. This is the Essential Tales and Poems from him. And again, from the Signature Classics edition. Guys, look at how gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous this is, guys. Oh my gosh. I just can't wait to read. I mean, it's going to be, and it's so much. I know I'm going to enjoy this experience. I just know it. There is nothing better than reading a good book is one thing, but reading a book that is good and looks good. It's something. Oh, and the smell. Oh, smells good. Smells really, really good. Yeah. But let me keep it moving because we have a lot of books to go through. But yes, guys, this it's just beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, the next 3 books that I have here, they are mangas. All right. The first one I'm going to show you guys, it's an anime that I watched on Crunchyroll. I am into anime. I'm into mangas. I'm into Korean drama, guys. Besides reading, I have other hobbies or likes. And yes, reading animes and watching animes and reading mangas are another one of them. I watched the anime to this particular manga first. I came across it on Crunchyroll. It's Moriarty the Patriot. Watched out all the episodes. It was absolutely amazing. I can't wait for season 2. They better have a season 2 in there. But I wanted to pick up the manga's fate and read it. So when I passed by my bookstore, I saw, well, they only had one, which is book 1. All the rest was all for the shelf. So I picked it up, and I'm going to slowly just collect all and then read out all the mangas them. Guys, this story, I mean, if you're into Sherlock Holmes, which I am, I'm a Sherlock Holmes fanatic, guys. I'm reading out the entire canonized work of the original stories, that is, of Sherlock Holmes, not all the spin-offs like this and stuff like that, the original work. And guys, it's phenomenal. I have the 2 books up there, my 2 Sherlock Holmes books up there. I also have the complete Sherlock Holmes book there, and I have queued up to get some other like signature copies of Sherlock Holmes. Yes, that's how much I love Sherlock Holmes. So give me a story with anything Sherlock Holmes, Moriarty, the supervillain in Sherlock Holmes. Come on, you sold me, and not to mention this particular book, guys. Look at the illustrations. It's just absolutely beautiful. I may or may not have sat and read it out as soon as I came home with it, guys. It's a must. It's a must, and I can't wait to get my hands on, you know, the other books so that I could just switch through it. The next two mangas that I have on queue to read is Witch Hat Atelier. I bought editions 1 and 2. I think this is 1, yeah, 1 and 2. Basically, this is about a girl that she desires to be a witch, but I think where she comes from, witches are born and not, you know, they can't study to be a witch. Is something that is innate, but I think something comes and happens and she finds out that you can learn, or you can't, it's something that you could learn to be. And well, basically that's what the story, that's how the story jumps off. And yeah, I'm here for it. I want to collect at least the first 10 books before I start this, because again, these books are so short, guys, and I literally will sit down within half an hour to 40 minutes and read out one book. And I hate cliffhangers. I hate wanting to get to the next read. So yeah, I want to have at least a good substantial amount with me before I move on, you know? Okay, so that's it for mangas. The next book I bought, this is when I was in Barnes and Nobles. I bought a cup of coffee and they said, if once you bought a cup of coffee, you could get this book for $5. And I'm like, okay, fine, no problem. Let's see. It's Bluebird by Sharon Cameron. I have no idea what the book is about, guys. You said $5. I said, okay, that's all you guys need to know. If it is good, bad, or indifferent, I'll let you all know once I read it. Okay? Let's keep it moving. This next book, this particular author, I am slowly going through his works. I have read 2 of his books already. I think The Pity of Dorian Gray, and I think is The Selfish Giant from Oscar Wilde. So the next read I want to read from him is The Importance of Being Earnest. This is one of his plays. I think this is one of his most famous plays. So yeah, I need to get to read this. I need to read this as soon as possible. So I'm hoping, if not this month, probably by next month for sure, I want to get to this book. This next book here, this is a book that I have read already. I read it in December. I just needed a physical copy for myself. I saw they were selling the physical copy, which is A Christmas Carol from Charles Dickens. So I thought, why not? Let me pick it up, keep it by my bedside. So anytime I wanna, you know, read my boy Scrooge, I could just jump right into it. Okay, the next book I have here is The Divine Comedy, a new and revised translation, vintage edition. Divine Comedy by Dante. I have read this already also. This is a book, I reread this book every year. And I just, I was going through this particular edition and I loved how this new translation, how it read. I thought the language flowed smoothly, so I want to try reading the three cantos are inside here, so I want to try reading it from here. Cover, I like it a lot. All right, moving on. The next book I have here is, as I told you guys, in January month I started my my Charles Dickens read. I'm reading through all his novels in chronological order. I had one more of his novels to collect, which is the last one. That is The Mystery of Edwin Drood. That's this one here, guys. Finally got it, finally picked it up. Gonna put it on my shelf with the rest of them there. I'm on the 3rd novel, which is The Old Curiosity Shop right now. I'm enjoying my time with Dickens. He is just a phenomenal writer, and yeah, I just can't wait to get to his very last one. Even though this particular one here, it is an incomplete novel. He I think he just did, you know, the book was supposed to be 12 chapters, but he only reached 6 chapters and he died, you know. So this, I know this read is going to be a bittersweet for me because, you know, seeing that this was his last novel that he worked on before he died, and you know, I absolutely love him as a writer. It is what it is. That comes to all, right? So moving on. This is a book, sorry, that I have read already. I read it. It was a 5-star read. It was phenomenal, and I just needed to get the physical copy. It's none other than Stoner from John Williams. Guys, my review will be up in the next 2 weeks of Stoner. Must read, guys. It is a must read. It was phenomenal. Not gonna say much more about that. I'm moving on. Sure, okay. The next book I have on my list here is again, I'm in the classic. This is the year of the classics for me, guys. It is the year of the classics. So as much classics that I'm interested in, I'm trying to get my hand on and, you know, devour them as soon as I can. The one of them is Vanity Fair by William Makepeace Thackeray. That's a long name to have here, but yeah, Vanity Fair, guys. Can't wait to get to this. It's in my, you know, my stand Barnes and Noble's classic. On to the next book. The next book I have here, The Death of Ivan Ilyich and Other Stories by Leo Tolstoy. Guys, as you guys know, I am collecting all Leo Tolstoy's work. I have read this one, The Death of Ivan Ilyich, already. So I just needed the physical copy, and I just wanted the other books them that they had in here, which is Family Happiness, the Kurtza Sonata, and Haji Murad. Those are the 3 other stories besides The Death of Ivan in this book. So I need to read those 3 stories because I haven't read those already. So out of the 4, I've read 1. I have 3 to go from this book. And again, like again, I don't think it bears repeating. Just love these editions. I mean, they suit me just fine. The next book that I got in the same Barnes and Noble's classic is The Hunchback of Notre Dame by Victor Hugo. All right. This is a necessary read for me because it falls in the classic, but it's not a high priority read for me. So I have this catered for later down this year and not the earlier part of this year, you know. But yeah, I can't wait to get to jump into it, but it's not a high priority read for me. But I just want it on my shelf, so when that time comes, it's just for me to, you know, pull it down and read. I don't have to go searching to get a copy. All right. Staying on this same author here, his next huge work, which is Les Miserables, whatever. Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. This is the translation from Christine Donninger. Guys, this is a chunker. It is a chunker, but I can't wait to get to this also. This is another book that I have on my TBR classics, but this one is a high priority for me. I want to start and finish this particular book before half this year goes, by God's grace and mercy. As you all know by now, I am not intimidated by large books, guys. The only thing I am bothered with these last books is that they are heavy. They're extremely heavy. But other than that, can't wait to get into this one. All right, so let's move on, moving on. Oh, I'm trying to, like I say, I'm trying to stack them right here so that you guys could kind of see it when I'm through, right? Okay, the next book I have here, I read 1 book from this author. I have 2 books from this particular author on my shelf. The first book I read from this author was Burning Bright last month. Absolutely enjoyed it. Can't wait to get to his other works on my shelf, which is The Grapes of Wrath and East of Eden by John Steinbeck. This particular book that I bought here is a bind up of his novellas them. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has 6 novellas in this, which is Tortilla Flat, The Moon is Down, The Red Pony, Of Mice and Men, Canary Row, and The Pearl, all bind up into this Penguin Deluxe edition. And guys, let's give it to Penguin for just creating such beautiful books. Beautiful. I mean, I love their bind ups. I absolutely love their bind ups. I think they are affordable, they are beautiful, and you get more for the price of one, so to speak. If again, me side noting here again with bind ups, what I love about bind ups, you know, when people ask you, what if you were stuck on an island, or you just had to take one book off your shelf, which one would it be? This is why I like bind ups. I could be like, yeah, I'd take the short novels by John Steinbeck, because I have 6, literally I have like 2, 4, I have 6 books in one, you understand, as opposed to just taking one book and I just have one story, you know, and I have to be rereading that one. Not that I have a problem rereading, because a good story is not a problem to reread all the time, but you know, you gotta be able to, you know, think, how do I get more of the authors them that I love? And the bind up them does it extremely well. I'm eyeing right now in the same Penguin Deluxe edition the Jane Eyre, because they have all Jane Eyre's novel, I think it's 7 novels or something like that, all together in one bind up. And yeah, that's just for me, and it's in the exact, you know, decal, edges, everything, and just easy to read. Look how this opens, guys. I mean, come on, look at that. You can't go wrong, guys. You just can't, you know, you just can't. I love it, absolutely love it, and I can't wait to jump into these short stories, guys. All right, moving on. Okay, some more classics, because yes, this is the year of classics for me, guys. So let's jump in. We have Elizabeth Gaskell, North and South. This high priority within at least the first 4 months of this year. I want to get to this particular book. Yeah, because again, once it's under the classics, I gotta read it. Okay, moving on. The next one I have here is The Painted Veil by W. Somerset Maugham. If I'm butchering the name, I'm absolutely sorry, but yeah, I can't wait to get to this one, guys. Yeah, it's, and I just love the cover art on this particular one. I absolutely love the cover art on it. But again, this is another classic. Can't wait to get to it. The next must read I have here is Virginia Woolf, To the Lighthouse. All right. Years ago, when I just started reading, I think I picked up on my Kindle To the Lighthouse, and I could not finish it, guys. I really and truly could not finish it. I think I DNF'd it or something like that. 7, 8 years later, I want to, you know, give Virginia Woolf's work a try again, because my tastes have matured significantly from when I just started. I don't think that I was ready for Woolf back then, but I think I'm ready for her now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Virginia Woolf, can't wait to get to this. Last I have here is Metamorphosis by Ovid. All right, this is the last one. This is a definite read, but not a high priority read. So this may go more to later on this year, if not early next year. But I just wanted to have this book on hand, so when that time comes, I don't have to be, you know, like a headless chicken running about trying to get it. All right. Okay. The next book I have here, that I picked up, sorry, is Little Life by Hanya Yanagihari. If I pronounced it bad, guys, I'm sorry. Yeah, this has been on my radar for quite some time. The only thing that have been keeping me back from reading it is, well, just other books, guys. Life and other books. That's about it. And I thought the only way that I'm going to get this book read is for me to actually physically buy it and rest it on my shelf, so it's staring me in my face. So that was my biggest motive, my biggest reason why I picked this up. And not only that, but I literally got this book for like about $11. If it wasn't, if it's either $10 or $11 at Target, they were having some sort of discount or what, I don't know, don't even care. All I know, I got it for $10 to $11, and I like, this is fate. It was time to get it, and I did. Period. All right, let's move on. Okay, the next book, the next two books I have on my list here. Well, let me show you the bind up first. This is one of my, again, this is one of my favorite authors of all times. I read anything and everything from him. 7 out of these 8 books in this bind up I have read already. Have one more to read, and that's on my TBR for next month. It's none other than C.S. Lewis, the signature classic binder. So it has 8 of his novels inside of here. I've read 7 of them. These bind up, guys, I cannot stress or emphasize how much I love bind ups. I think that, again, value for your dollar. You get, you know, instead of one book, you get like 6, 7 books. So if I happen to take this one book to a vacation or whatever, it's not just one book I have here. I literally carrying 7 books. So it saves on space. It saves on space in my suitcase. It saves on space on, you know, my bookshelf, because to have 7 or 8 of his books, or any book here, it's going to take up space, as opposed to one. One book is just taking up one book's, you know, space on your shelf, which I think is, you know, phenomenal. So anytime I get bind ups of my favorite authors, I tend to try to snag them up as much as possible. So C.S. Lewis, one of my favorites. Okay, and this next book here, right now, I recently was introduced to this particular author. I'm reading one of her books right now, Once Upon a Wardrobe by Patty Callahan. Absolutely love it. The book is centered about the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe from the Nadia series, from my favorite author, C.S. Lewis. So this particular author, Callahan, she's doing a spin on it. It's very enjoyable, and I happened to come across that, I think it's before she wrote that, she wrote another book, which is Becoming Mrs. Lewis. This book deals with the woman who married C.S. Lewis. So saw it, had to pick it up, because again, anything with C.S. Lewis, anything about C.S. Lewis, you're gonna get me interested, you're gonna get me buying it, you're gonna get me wanting to read it. So, and again, this particular edition, guys, it's absolutely gorgeous. Just absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait to get to this. All right, we're rounding the bend here now, guys. This is the last of the last here. The next book I picked up, one of my YouTube friends, so to speak, recommended this book. They said it, you know, it was absolutely fantastic. I decided, you know what, yeah, one, their taste and my taste are kind of similar, so I believe them. And then secondly, this book, all I needed to know that it was set in the Victorian period, it has magic in it, and it has like a pupil / teacher rivalry kind of thing. yeah, that's all I need to know. I needed to get it. I needed to have it in my life so that I could get to read it. It's none other than Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. Guys, I almost tempted to just like, you know, start. I wanted to start this as soon as I got it, but you know, I need to follow my TBR. I'm sorry, I just need to. So yeah, this, if I don't put this on my March TBR, it will definitely be on my April TBR. So I can't wait to get to it, guys. I really and truly cannot wait to get to it, because yeah, it seems as though it's a book straight up my alley, and it's going to be it just may end up coming one of my favorite reads for 2023. You know what I'm saying? So Mr. Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell, let's move on. All right, this next book, this fantasy book, I started this, I think if it wasn't last year, it was the year before. I've read the first 3 books in this particular series. It is the Malazan books, Book of the Fallen. I read the first 3 books. I'm on the 4th book now, or I'm going to start the 4th book. I just needed to pick up the 4th book, which is House of Chains. I have the audiobook in all of them, but I cannot. This book is so dense. It's so rich with characters and events. Even though the audiobook is phenomenal, I cannot concentrate or cannot follow the story properly if I don't have a physical book going along. So that's why every time I start a new book, I go and I pick up the mass paperback copy, because I mean, guys, it's 10 books in this series. This particular paperback in Malazan Book of the Fallen, I find it's huge, so it picks up way too much space on my shelf. No, that's not gonna happen. I prefer to have them in the mass paperback because it takes up, you know, again, look out, it's short and cute. And then with this, it's comfortable, one, and secondly, I can tote this anyway. I can throw this in my pocketbook and go anywhere. And once I start this particular series, I know that I get so addicted to it that wherever I go, I want to be able to carry the physical copy. And it's very easy to move around with the physical copy when it's this small, you know. So can't wait to get back into this particular world. The next book I have here is from an author that I have read his entire his translated work series, which is the Witcher series. This is Andrzej Sapkowski. I can't pronounce his name properly. Anywho, they just translated this next work of his own, The Tower of Fools. It has 3 books in it. This is the first book I picked up. I absolutely love the Witcher series. I want to jump in. I know this author and my his writing style, it jives with me. So I can't wait to pick up, to start reading this and see if it is as good or if it's even better than the Witcher series. So The Tower of Fools. This next read was, I'm not gonna lie, it's a cover buy. It's a cover buy. I saw the cover, absolutely love the cover. Then when I kind of flipped to the back and kind of skimmed through, I saw something about princess, I saw something about forbidden magic, and I also saw something about, you know, the morning of her betrothal ceremony. I mean, that's all I needed to know, guys, and I'm like, yeah, I'm here for it. Give me it. Sign me up for it. So that's none other than 6 Crimson Crayons by Elizabeth Lim. Again, it was more for the cover, because come on, guys, isn't this cover stunning? Isn't it stunning? So I want to give it a try. I want to see. I'm hoping, fingers crossed. So far, every time I do a cover buy and I do my skim through, I have liked the book. So I have high hopes for this book, and I'm thinking that I will like it. All right. The next fantasy novel I have here that I want to read, at least for, I would say, the first half of this year, it's Ken Liu's The Grace of Kings. All right. I think this is, it has 4 books in this series. It was supposed to be 3, but I think the 3rd book, it was so big that he had to split it in 2. So it's 4 books altogether. I can't wait to start this book. I've heard only great things about it. And yeah, I can't wait to dive into this world, guys. I really and truly can't wait. All right, we have one more book. This is the last of the Mohicans, guys. This last one, looking around in Barnes and Nobles, and this caught my eye, and I was like, I love this cover. They had it as their monthly pick also for in Barnes and Nobles. Flip to the back, I saw something about a criminal. I saw something about, illegal magic, selling illegal magic. I saw something about a gin bodyguard, and I was like, okay, that's all I need to know. Beautiful cover, characters that I like, why not? So I picked it up, and that is the Stardust Thief by Chelsea Abdullah. Guys, look at this cover. Really, look at this cover. It's amazing, isn't it? Yeah, that was my reasoning for picking up, because of the cover. And I actually I ended up getting this book for like about $8 and something, because it apparently it had like half price off or something like that. So even better, guys, even better. I was like, oh, yep, that's why, that's the book called to me, told me, yeah, take me, I'm going cheap, I'm beautiful, and I got characters that you like. Take me. So I'm glad I took it, and I can't wait to get to it, and I'll let you guys know if it was a yay or a nay when you hear I do read it. Okay, it's 31 books, guys. That's it, guys. Thanks for those who have stayed this long. I appreciate you guys. Have you all read any of these? Hit me down in the comment section, letting me know, if you have read any of, if you're thinking about reading any of them. And guys, until we meet again, my saying, stay safe and God bless. Bye.